I've been seeing these iPhones everywhere on TikTok, and I decided that I needed to buy one. And as you can see by the placement of this in my hands, it's definitely not an authentic iPhone. It's much better. It's a mini smartphone XS15, manufactured by Shenzhen Tailfang Communications Co. So why am I calling it an iPhone? Well, you'll see once I unbox this thing what this company was getting at. Although it's manufactured to look like iPhone, it's got Android, a camera, music, a mini phone, and a Type-C charger. So that's all good things in my book. Now, of course, we're going to open this phone, but I want to see what else is in the box first. Got an interesting phone bag here, but yeah, we'll come back to that. First, we've got a SIM pin. A nice one. Much more durable than Apple's. A super durable phone case. Okay. And this, I hope that's not the screen protector. A USB-C type charge cable. Oh, okay, good. We found the actual screen protector. Tempered glass, right? And now for the reveal of the final phone in the doggy bag. It is, very small. That is a very small mini phone. Made to look like an iPhone 14, 15? It's got a smartphone label. Thank you, Shenzhen. Ooh, I'm curious to test these cameras. I'm suspect there's only one real one. All right, well, let's turn this thing on, take a look at the software, and play with this thing a bit. I'm not surprised it's a welcome phone. Okay, while this thing is booting up and I'm setting it up off camera, let's give a quick shout out to today's video sponsor, HelloFresh. Last year in May, I turned 30 years old, and with that, I very quickly realized that my body is changing and I needed to live a healthier lifestyle. One of the biggest things I've had to change is the way I eat, and thanks to today's video sponsor HelloFresh, they have actually helped me do that. If you've never heard of HelloFresh, they're actually America's #1 leading meal kit company, and their website's super easy to use. You just go on, make your order, and they deliver the food right to your doorstep. With 50+ weekly dinner options and customizable plans like Calorie Smart, Quick and Easy, or family-friendly meals, HelloFresh makes it very easy to eat well without any of the hassle of going to the grocery store. My favorite part is it's convenient, and when the box comes to your doorstep and you open it up, it has this card with step-by-step instructions on how to cook the food. It doesn't get easier. Not only do you save time, but you could avoid recipe boredom, which is what I dealt with when I changed to a healthier lifestyle. I ran out of food to eat and ideas, but with HelloFresh's website, you can browse all different recipes and have it delivered right to your door. If you guys want to give HelloFresh a try, because I've partnered with them for this video, you can get your first 10 meals free, and they'll also include free breakfast with every box ordered on an active subscription in the United States. All you need to do is go to the link that I put down in the description or the pinned comment and use the code you see on screen. Thanks again to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video, and let's get back to it. Okay, so the setup was pretty dang easy. And as you can see, the phone has got Android on it. I can't tell what version, but it looks cute. And it's so small. Now, before we test the camera, I do want to show you guys a couple things with this phone. One, it's got 16 gigabytes of storage. And two, it's also got Face Lock, also known as Face ID, which I'm dying to test. Okay, let's check it out. First, we need to open Face Lock. Wait, did I open it just now? Okay, there we go. For better results, find an indoor spot, not too bright or too dim. Hold the phone at eye level. Okay. Now, this is where it gets interesting because I thought I was doing something wrong, unsure if my egg was aligned correctly, so I moved it back and forth a little bit for... Oh, okay. Well, my face is registered. Huh. Easy as that. All right. Well, that seems very secure indeed. At least it's asking for a pattern or a pin. We'll just go ahead and put something in here. All right, let's do a quick test. We locked the phone, and now let's swipe up to unlock. Oh. Wow. Just like that. It scanned my face. Okay, I'm gonna try to scan the profile of my head to see if that unlocks it, and we should be able to tell. Oh, wow. It didn't let the side of my face unlock the phone. That's a good sign. Okay, let's do it one more time and see if it unlocks. Oh, wow. That's a very fast face unlock. I don't know if I would trust... Actually, I do know. I would not trust that. Now, considering this is a mini iPhone replica, who would I be not to install an iOS launcher to at least give it the feel that we're using an iPhone? To my surprise, this launcher iOS 18 installed rather quickly, and once it was installed, it was easy to set up. All I had to do is watch one Temu ad, and there you go. I got iOS 18. At least something close to it. On a mini iPhone 13, 14, or 15. I couldn't tell you what they're trying to replicate, but this is hilarious. It almost feels almost like an iPhone, but not even relatively close. So what about the camera that I mentioned earlier? Well, let's go ahead and test that, and I'm here to tell you that only one of the cameras is real, the other two, they're just for looks. But the camera actually doesn't look that bad. Well, actually, I'm gonna upload the raw photos I'm taking here so we could look at those once we get there. But when you're on the screen of the camera, they don't look that bad, right? Oh, and spoiler, there are 2 uses for this phone that are actually really cool, so be sure to stay tuned because we're gonna talk about those next. Okay, so let's take a look at the photo quality and the video quality, starting with the video. This is a test to see how the iPhone from TikTok handles. How does it look, guys? Good or bad? Honestly, it's not horrible, but it's also not very good. Let's take a look at the photos. For 2 megapixels, this is what you're gonna get, and what can you expect when the phone cost, what, 40 bucks? It's actually pretty impressive that this thing could even take photos. But wait, it gets better. Of course, if you have a cell phone, you're gonna wanna see if this thing could make phone calls. And I do have to admit, when I've had these mini smartphones in the past, for some reason, I just can't get them to make phone calls. This is a 3G device, and I'm currently on T-Mobile with my wife and I's phone plan, so I'm taking the T-Mobile SIM card out to see if we can put it into this phone and make a phone call. You know how I mentioned earlier there's 2 really cool uses for the phone? Oh shoot, the SIM pin just pierced through the entire SIM card holder. Okay, maybe I didn't mess this up here. Oh, okay. Okay, we got it. Shush, that scared me for a minute. Okay, so you know how I said there's 2 cool uses? This isn't one of them, but the 2 are coming up. I just want to see if we could make a phone call first. But this will lead right into it because it's related. Okay, so I got the SIM card in it and it says I need to update preferred SIM card. Card 1 is the only SIM in your device. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, switching to data SIM. This may take up to a minute. All right, let's wait and see what happens. I decided to just restart the phone because that's what you're supposed to do with smartphones anyways, and it looks like we're getting bars. I'm gonna make a test call to my wife, see what happens. Hey babe, I'm calling you on a mini iPhone. Do I sound clear?
Sounds like you're on the speaker.
I am on speaker.
Oh, okay. Sounds normal then.
Alright, thanks babe, I love you.
Okay.
Bye. So it can make phone calls. That's impressive. Unsure how that works considering this is 3G, but it can also do something else. If you go into the settings and you go to hotspot and tethering, you could use this little guy as a mobile hotspot. Now, I don't know how well that would work because the battery on here is so small, but I'm using it as a hotspot on my iPhone 13 Pro, and it works completely fine. Now, I haven't done this extensively, but I know that it would absolutely fry this battery, and this is not even a mid-range phone. But as a very last resort backup for maybe an hour or so, it might be something you can try. Something I would not recommend trying is texting on this thing, which is obviously a major setback because you can't use a smartphone without typing. If you've been on the channel before, you've probably seen the Jelly phones from Unihertz, and those at least have swipe to text, but this phone does not have that, so there's really no shortcuts. You just have to use your fat finger to struggle through the texting process. I have this off-brand micro SD card that's 256 gigabytes, and I decided to put it into this phone to see if the phone could handle it. And it was able to read 256 gigabytes of external storage, which is pretty interesting. So if you wanted, you could use this as a type of micro SD card reader, just because most phones don't even have a micro SD card slot nowadays. I bought a fake Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra from Amazon. Also impressively, this phone does video playback on these files just fine, as well as YouTube and TikTok, which is very impressive for a little guy. So of course I wouldn't be daily driving this thing around, but it has its place, and for 40 bucks, it's a fun little mini smartphone, I do have to say. I was also surprised to see that I could even run Angry Birds on this thing, which isn't the most demanding game, but it does take some power to run. You'll be surprised to hear that it has an MTK 6580 quad-core processor running at 1.3 gigahertz. It's definitely not capable of doing much, but it's capable enough of running Angry Birds. I took a look at Soya's website, if I'm pronouncing that right, and they've got all sorts of mini smartphones, and I don't want to reveal anything I have planned for the future, but I do have a couple of these just sitting in my storage that I'm going to review in the coming months. If you guys have a preference on what I should review, comment below. Maybe you'll be in luck and I already have one in stock. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like videos like this, be sure to subscribe because I upload them every single week. See you guys in the next one. Oh yeah, one last thing. If you guys want to take a look at this smartphone, I've put it down in the description below, and I've also included a few other mini smartphone models that you can check out. Of course, I didn't use the TikTok link, I just used Amazon. So feel free to check those out, and please note that I do get commissioned if you use that Amazon link to purchase any smartphones. It always helps. Thanks, guys.